This product.
When Kimberly Cargile isn't working at this medicinal marijuana dispensary in East Sacramento, she says she's having nightmares about everything she has to get done before New Year's Day.
Updating our alarm company, updating all of our camera systems, the security plans, updating our insurance.
There's a stack of regulations her business must comply with from the state and the city. But there's one thing she can't do much about: banking.
It's very difficult to get a bank account, just like it's difficult to get many other services in this industry. There's a lot of discrimination, and most banks will not work with our industry.
Payroll, inventory, rent, and even taxes. Almost everything marijuana businesses have to pay for, they must do in person and with cash.
Well, it's a safety concern to have to deal in cash. So it's much better to have a bank account just like any other business and pay our bills online or with checks.
Despite state and local laws permitting cannabis businesses, federally chartered banks and credit unions still fear a crackdown from federal regulators. Under federal law, marijuana is illegal, and regulations prohibit banks from knowingly depositing what they still consider drug money. To get around that, the state devised a possible plan.
There is a pathway for banks and credit unions to work with this industry.
Kara Martinson is with the California State Association of Counties, or CSAC.
We've evaluated a lot of different options, and really what we've boiled it down to is the need for data, consistent data, and data in one centralized location.
CSAC is helping cannabis-producing counties create another new statewide cannabis agency, the proposed California Cannabis Authority. The Cannabis Authority would create a database with information about pot store sales, so banks can access it and decide if they want to work with the business.
There is federal guidance out there, but it requires an extensive amount of reporting and data. And so what we will be collecting will help satisfy those data needs.
Martinson and others say that data coming from a state agency could provide evidence the money is coming from above-board sources, businesses licensed by the state and not the black market. Martinson believes that could convince banks to open accounts.
It's really to create the clear picture of what is happening within the jurisdiction for cannabis businesses and sales, and to really ensure that each transaction that's happening is a legal transaction.
It's also one of the recommendations from State Treasurer John Chung. He says that data could lower some of the risk for some banks.
When the various agencies, whether they be the FDIC or other agencies, ask for that information, they could obtain it and share it so that they can demonstrate compliance with the rules.
Chung acknowledged, though, this alone won't solve the problem.
There will be some very hefty returns for many financial institutions. But it's like, you know, are you willing to place yourself at risk, the financial institution at risk, to get in some instances, some very large returns.
But even before the agency is created, bankers are expressing skepticism. Bankers say just collecting marijuana sales data won't keep them safe if federal regulators move in.
They could be facing prosecution. So if the federal government could decide you're banking an illegal enterprise, you're banking, you know, essentially companies that are dealing in drugs, they could lose their bank charter, or again, they could be prosecuted.
The California Bankers Association says only an act of Congress could get banks to start taking marijuana money, and even then, some banks may still steer clear.
Really what you're talking about would be a business decision. I mean, I think you'd find some banks that would absolutely be willing to bank these businesses, some maybe not so much, but I think at the end of the day, they all want to make sure that the business is legal, that they would be banking.
The ultimate goal for marijuana businesses and the state is to get all that cash off the streets, an easy target for criminals.
We've had too many instances of violence. You have an underground economy that's going to grow dramatically.
And with the start of the new year, there'll be more marijuana, more cash, and for the time being, very few legal places to put it.